Welcome to Ibiza, the cradle of the electronic music and eternal magic nights. Today is a very special day. TAG Heuer joins his extended family in new brand ambassador. TAG Heuer has combined the tradition and avant-garde along its history, and it always has adapted to new challenges. It claims, "Don't crack under pressure," summarizes perfectly its philosophy: never give up and always look forward for some new challenges. Due to this philosophy, TAG Heuer is betting on a new generation of ambassadors and friends of the brand, young and talented people who are searching new ways to achieve their goals, as TAG Heuer is doing on the watchmaking. But this philosophy matches not only with ambassadors, but also with Mr. Jean-Claude Vivek, the president of LVMH, Watches and Jewelry, and CEO of TAG Heuer. Thank you very much for you being today here with us.
Thank you.
So, let me offer you a present from the 1920s Ibiza period. This is for you.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that remembers me the hippies, because it's the power of flower. The flower power. The hippie. Because we were very we were going to the market and buy vegetables, because we were not eating meat. Now I eat meat. Now I drink. Now I put on weight. So a part of the hippie period is gone. But what is left from the hippie period in my head, in my heart, is number one, love. The hippie movement was a movement of love, and the major song that inspired the hippie community was a song from the Beatles that came out on the 25th of June 1967, and it was called "All You Need Is Love." And that was for us like a religion. This song also said, "There is nothing you can do that cannot be done. There is nothing you can do that cannot be done," which was a message of hope, which means anything you want to do, you can achieve.
Thank you, Mr. Vivek. Well, it's a great pleasure now to welcome on the stage to Martin Garrix.
Do you have a present for Martin also?
Oh, we can give him a if you don't mind. Okay, so
My experience with Ibiza is pretty fun. Of course, Ibiza is a hippie island, but it's also got such a big history with my culture or the genre I'm in. So it was always like a dream for me as soon as I started to DJ to one day play a show in Ibiza, and I got here 4 years ago, paid my own flights, and got a booking at the Privilege, and there were 20 people. But I was playing in Ibiza, and it was my first international show, and for me it was the coolest thing ever that I could DJ somewhere outside. Even though I had to pay my own flights and I didn't get any money, but it's not about the money, it's about doing what you love. And Ushuaia, same, like 4 years ago, the Swedish House Mafia started the residency. I'm the biggest Swedish House Mafia fan, and even though I was underage, I'm not sure if Jan is here from Ushuaia, but I sneaked into Ushuaia. I just ran through the reception, and there was I, like at Ushuaia. It's an iconic venue, and for me, 4 years ago I tried to sneak in, and then of course like I started releasing more songs. Some of them got famous, and then last year I started like as a warm-up DJ for David Guetta, for Avicii, and then this year we got an offer from Ushuaia to have my own residency every Friday. So Ibiza is a very special place for me. It's fun, and like I bring my friends and family here all the time, and that's what makes it special.
okay, so I would like to know how do you manage your time, because how it's possible to have 4 gigs in 24 hours? It's crazy.
Oh gosh. Yeah, we have some pretty crazy schedules, but right now we do a little bit less. But last year, the summer, we really did some crazy things. But when we have no other option, when it's not commercially, with commercial flights able to get it, then we fly private. But in the end, like, we work with a nice team, so whenever we work, it doesn't feel like working. Everybody's like, why are you not tired? But of course I'm tired, but as soon as I like get on stage and see the crowd and everything, you forget that you're tired and you're just there, enjoying the moment.
David Guetta, Marisa Pova, Cristiano Ronaldo, Cardal Bean are some of the ambassadors of the brand. How do you feel becoming a new ambassador for TAG Heuer?
Crazy. It's a pleasure that such a company wants to work with us, and I love working with people when it doesn't feel like work. And I just met this guy, and he showed me that watches are his passion, and that's something which I really love. If you do something which is your passion, and for me the same, I start doing music and start DJing because it is my passion, because I wake up with music, I go to sleep with music, during the day I listen to music, and I breathe music. And yeah, it's, for me, it's an absolute pleasure to work with TAG.
Mr. Vivek, this is a brand new generation of ambassadors with young people, with new dreams and challenges. How do you think they will contribute to the brand?
You know, the young people are the future. And if you don't talk to young people, to whom do you talk? The young people are going to make this century. The century will belong to the people, to the young generation, not to me. I belong to the 20th century. All I can do, the best I can do, is to give back and to help the new generation. And then I can die in peace. I will succeed in my life only by the numbers of people I have helped to go on. Only with what I gave back will make my value, not with what I do. I have done. Time has come for me to give back. And when you give back, to who do you give back? To the old people that are going to die tomorrow, or to the new generation? So my duty is to give back to the new generation. And that's why I believe the important ambassadors are the young generation, and today we have one of the most important ambassadors for me. That's him, because he is the future. And he is not only the future for TAG Heuer, he's the future for music, and he's part of the future of the century. The young generation, they will make this century happen, and they will master the century, and they will make a wonderful century for us. The 21st century is the century I believe the most, because when I see the mentality of the young generation, I'm full of hope, and they will be much better than we were. We have destroyed the 20th century. We have destroyed planet. We have made war. We were colonialists. We didn't share. We made ourselves rich and let other people die and let other people be poor. The young generation has another mentality, and I'm waiting that every politician comes from the young generation, and then our century will be different.
Mr. Vivek, I think you have
I'm sorry for this 5 minutes of politics, but
I totally agree with it.
I think you have something for our new ambassador. You want to give him?
yes, I brought the watch. I just put it on the right time, but the watch was on another time, in order to save time. It depends if you want time to fly or to stop. You change the watch.
That's great.
Okay, Martin, this is. I hope you like it.
I like it.
It's a nice little watch, and we believe it's adapted to Ibiza
Nice.
because it's a watch for the sea. It's called Aqua Racer, and the sea is just here. The dial is blue, the sky is blue, the sea is blue.
I like it. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I'm excited.
Well,
Got two questions. Thank you. So the first one is, there are so many DJs, so many nights. So what does your party makes special, or what does a new DJ have to make to be someone special? Second one is, according to the level, when was last time you felt like, oh, I don't want to crack under pressure?
My show,
What is the tree? What a new DJ has to do? You are not a new one.
Well, I think
you
we
know.
just have to prove themselves, and for me it was really like before I got on stage at the first Heuer show, I was like, damn, I've seen every big artist they're playing, and they had crazy shows, and now there are people which like, and I'm not the opening DJ anymore, and it's cool. That gives pressure, but in a good way. It's not. I think my show, if you go to every show is different. Every show is unique. Every artist is different, and every artist is unique. But what really makes my show different is there's a lot of energy, and I go on stage and I basically do what I want. If I feel like playing a few hip hop songs, I'll play them. I think Multiply Ushuaia it's about fun. It's about spontaneous actions, and yeah, I think that's definitely the way I'll describe it. And last time when I thought Don't Crack Under Pressure was in Seagate Festival, which was last week, and I was closing the main stage, and there were 100,000 people, so I was a little bit nervous. And
Choose one place to play all over the world. Which place?
maybe it's
Whatever.
yeah, it's fun here. It's special, and there's so many amazing artists playing on the island this summer, and the cool thing is all the artists know each other. So tonight, Dimitri Vegas and like Mike, don't post this online yet, but they might come by. I'm gonna go barbecue with them in a bit, probably. Not sure, but it's fun. Like we're all with friends on the island, and that's what like we all love what we're doing. We all love making music. We all love doing shows, and how amazing is it that you can do shows together and share your passion with others? Because that's what I'm in for. It's you get to make people happy for a living. That's the best feeling ever. When I'm on stage, I don't think like, oh, I don't have to play. I'm like, yes, I can play. I can. You see people cry because of happiness, and sometimes I get like messages like, this was the best night of my life, or like someone very close to me is very sick and you made me forget all the negative stuff just that night. And for me those messages mean a lot, and it's really crazy. A couple got engaged at a show of mine. Like stories like that, how you can, with just playing music, how you can have such a big impact on people. That's for me really special. Any more?
Got another question. Like we are talking about music, and about time today. So imagine you can travel in time, like backwards or forwards. So where do you want to travel to, or to meet a musician or something? Would you like to do that? Where did you go?
I would love to meet Michael Jackson. So I would go to the past, and I would definitely go far front just once, and I will keep it for myself, but just to see what's happened to the world, because there's so much crazy stuff happening. Also in the news, I'm like, what will happen in like 20 years from now? But also, I think mainly music-wise, I'm just curious where the music will be. If you compare what people listen to nowadays with like 20 years ago, my dad was like the biggest Beatles fan, and then and then I played in my music, and I was like, eh. But you have to educate, and if I could travel time, I would definitely travel forward to educate myself with what's going to be next.
How is life like for a successful DJ as young as you?
It's fun. It's hectic, of course. I'm a lot away from friends and family, but it's worth it. I get to travel the world, but doing what I love to do, and I get to be in an amazing place like this. And it's hectic. It's sometimes a super crazy schedule, but it's worth it. And like I said before, you get to make people happy. You get to make people happy with doing what makes me happy. So it's a win-win situation.
No more questions?
No more questions?
Yeah?
Let's party.
1, 2, 3, I want to see everybody go crazy!